Hey friend, Roger Christopherson here again with another first listen review. And this is one I was actually, when I saw that was announced, I was really looking forward to and I couldn't wait to babble about. And I'm talking about the Doobie Brothers and their newest album entitled Walk This Road. I got their last album, which I think was pronounced Liberté, I'm not really sure. I think it was about 4 years ago now. Actually, I have not listened to it a lot and since then, which maybe I should pull that one back out. But I saw this was coming out and I'm like, ah, cool, another Doobie Brothers album. And my history with the Doobie Brothers goes like way back to when I was, early teens and pretty much just getting all my music off the radio because, didn't really have a job other than paper route, and which I did spend all my money on either candy or BMX stuff or music. So I used to buy a lot of blank tapes and just tape all kinds of stuff off the radio. And I remember they had a show one time that had Doobie Brothers, and they were just playing, it had to be like 2 hours worth of music. So I remember having a couple different tapes of Doobie Brothers stuff, and I would just sit there and just tape it, and I would listen to those tapes over and over again. Didn't know what any of the songs, what albums they were off of, and I just had those forever. And it was like a really long time for whatever reason that I bought any Doobie Brothers albums. However, my love of the Doobie Brothers has to do with like the earlier stuff, like the earlier albums, with Tom Johnston doing most of the vocals. For whatever reason, when Michael McDonald joined the band, I really did not enjoy that at all. I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to be like, what? This dude's crazy. What are you talking about? I don't know what it is about Michael McDonald. It's not just his singing that I don't care for. It's like he changes the whole style of whatever project he's involved in and makes it kind of a jazzier, fusion-y type sound, which I just don't like it. And so when he did this, when he joined these guys up, that happened. And I just didn't enjoy it. I kind of really lost interest in the Doobie Brothers for a very long time because of that. Even though they came out with some albums, he only did a few albums with, in their catalog, he only did a few, 4 or 5 albums with them, something like that. I actually probably should. I never prepare for these, as anybody who listens to my previous stuff knows. But they've done several albums since late 90s, early 2000s without him. In fact, he did some shows with him after the last one. He didn't have anything to do with the last album. It's probably why I like that one so much. Unfortunately, he's all over this one. And this, I finally get into the album. It starts in really weird, almost like it's a quick fade in. And this first opening song is really laid back. That's Michael McDonald. Even the songs they had him singing on everything in the 70s, which is probably why I don't like a lot of that style of music either. Because it's just, I don't know what it is. I can't. We all have different tastes. Some people like a lot of hot sauce on stuff, and some people don't. It's just one of those things. It's got the Michael McDonald flavor on it. I just don't care for it. So. It opens with Michael McDonald, and it's a really laid-back song that doesn't sound anything Doobie Brothers-ish to me at all. In fact, unfortunately, the majority of this album does not. All the songs that Michael McDonald is on are co-written by the producer here, which I think it was John Shanks, who plays a lot of guitars on this one. And in case you're not familiar with John Shanks, he does a lot of production work for other people, big, huge name people. The biggest one, I'm familiar with him with, is Bon Jovi. I remember when he came on board with them, and that's really when Bon Jovi's sound changed a lot. And he works with a lot of pop artists and a lot of the country pop type stuff, and I feel that's kind of like when Bon Jovi's music took a little bit of a turn, even more so that direction. He actually joined them. He's been touring with them for quite, I don't know if he's still with them now, but he did a lot of years with them. Played the guitar on all of one of the albums. This House Is Not For Sale, I think, was the one he might have played all the guitar on. And as I'm looking here even a little closer at the songwriting credits, I'm realizing it looks like he co-wrote every single song on here. So it definitely has his staple all over it. His sound definitely has influenced the sound of the Doobie Brothers on this one for sure. the whole album, I'm not going to go through every single song, but the album overall is very laid back. I mean, I know the guys are getting up there in years and stuff, but this is just like all my personal feelings on this. But I feel like bands that like you drastically change your sound, that's not always a good thing, even though these guys are very talented and obviously really great players, talented songwriters. I think when you change your sound this drastically, it's a little bit of a, I don't know, just a jolt to people who are expecting, to hear one of the bands that they love, and they sound really a lot different. The only thing that even sounds, for me, it sounds really close to what I would expect from Doobie Brothers, maybe like Angels and Mercy. It gives me like maybe a Blackwater type feel. And that's the second song on here. And then nothing really sounds not even upbeat at all until New Orleans, which is a Johnston song. He sings that one. That one's got an upbeat feel to it, but nowhere near like anything like the songs that are very guitar driven or of their earlier career. Think of all those earlier songs that they had in their arsenal that just were all guitar driven songs. Just I don't know. It just bugs me. The only thing that they like do at the end here is they have Mick Fleetwood playing on the last song here, which I guess was the single, which I didn't hear at all. And that one really didn't do much for me at all either. And it's weird with the sound of Michael McDonald. His voice over the years has gotten very deep, as far as he can still hit all the notes, and it's very sultry. He does sing one on here where I think it's Speed of Pain, I think, is the one where he actually is going for some higher notes, and you can hear him actually giving a little bit of effort that I've really not heard him do much before. That was probably the best I've ever heard him sing, in my opinion, even though it sounds like he's straining a little bit, and he gives a couple cracks here and there. Actually, it sounded more interesting to me than anything I've ever heard him do. But like I was saying, the deepness of his voice now, the way this was mixed, they should have taken some of the lower frequencies out of the mix, the lower mids, because that really overpowers the whole overall mix of the album. In fact, all the vocals on this have that, but Michael's in particular, just because he's got that more deeper, raspier, soulful sounding voice, it really just overpowers the music a lot. So anyway, as you can see, I was not super happy with this one. Unfortunately, I will probably not ever listen to this album again. I gave it a couple listens, and that's probably about all I ever need. I'm definitely going to go listen to some of the earlier stuff, because now I'm in the mood to hear something good that I like from the Doobie Brothers. So that's probably what I'll do. So this is where I ask anybody to leave your comments. I know there's going to be a lot of people that totally disagree with everything I'm saying, which is fine. That's what it's all about. I always say it's just about taste. I'm not telling anybody not to go out and get this one. If you like the more laid back stuff, you like Michael McDonald, you're going to love this album. If you don't, you probably won't enjoy this one at all. And as always, like, share, and subscribe to keep this music alive, because I really would love to hear them do some more rock and stuff. I like when Tom sings. I like his songs. I'd like to hear more of that. So kind of like the last one, Liberté, I think was really good. I'd like to hear more of that type of stuff. So if they got that in them, I'll be ready and waiting. But until then, we will see ya.